Hi, I'm Lisa Shield. Welcome to Emotionally Naked Dating, finding true love with nothing to hide. I want to share something absolutely extraordinary with all of you that literally just happened to me. So I was walking by the mirror. You know, I have to get all primed up and try for these videos because that's me. And I looked in the mirror and I just thought, oh my goodness, who is that beautiful woman staring back at me? And you know, there's been this extraordinary phenomenon that's been happening in my life that I really want to share with you. When I was much younger, I was not pretty. I really was not a pretty young woman or little girl, you know, and I never felt beautiful. In fact, I felt like I got less and less attractive, you know, during probably the first 34 years of my life were just, you know, I really hated myself. I hated the way I looked. I was overweight. And yeah, it was really, really, really hard being me during that time, looking back, you know. And I came out, as I've shared before, from a horrible marriage, you know, a man who I know has a good heart, but he was a pathological liar. And look, I picked him, I stayed. I'm not blaming him for any of that. Those were my choices. But yeah, so anyway, I came out of that marriage, that, you know, 13-year relationship. And ever since then, it's almost, you know, it's been like I've been walking out of the darkness and into the light. And I just started to really take responsibility for the parts of my life that weren't working. I started to really take a serious look at the things that were chronic problems, ongoing issues throughout my life that just didn't seem to change. And I'm going to fluff weight. This side of my hair is getting a little flat. But there were, you know, certain things in my life that weren't changing and needed to change. And in order to do that, I had to get serious about it, right? There were no like quick diets or Band-Aid fixes for these deeper rooted issues that had been ongoing. And so I started one by one to look at those things and to start to do work on myself, serious work on myself in these different areas, right? Like my weight was a huge one. I finally realized there was no diet out there that was going to solve this problem for me. It was not, you know, there was not some easy fix. There were deeper issues that were driving me to eat and put weight on, and I couldn't stop doing that eating until I knew what were the underlying fears and patterns and behaviors that were driving that. So, you know, I started taking responsibility in one area after another and finding great mentors and teachers and whatever. One of the really cool things is that and this is something I do with my clients in my 12-week coaching program for finding the guardian of your soul, like I did. I have this thing I call the final five. And these are the 5 things that you've compromised in the past, like 5 things that you sold out, right? Thinking that it would get you what you wanted, a relationship, love, whatever. But these are ways you've settled in the past that you can't going forward. So one of the things, it's a long process, I won't go into it anymore, but one of the things that I did that I wanted, one of my final 5 was that I wanted my partner to be my greatest teacher, because I had always been the teacher, or thought I was the teacher and the authority in my past relationships. And so I wanted a man that I, you know, just could look up to, who could inspire me and teach me. And I found him. I found the guardian of my soul, this man who is my greatest teacher. And what I'll tell you is that you know, over these last 18 years, instead of like, my hair is driving me nuts. Sorry, I'm probably driving you crazy right now. But my you know, having this wonderful, loving man in my life for the last 18 years who constantly tells me how beautiful I am, and, you know, who just shows me in infinite ways how much he adores me, and he can't do enough for me, really. And to be treated that way by somebody that you respect and admire with all your heart and soul, right? What that's done is it's made me really feel beautiful. Having this love mirrored back to me has allowed me to start to experience my own beauty. And the more I own it, and the more I love myself, and the more I open up, you know, to become even more of who I am, right? With my clients, with Benjamin, with my two new puppies and my older dog Milo. But the more I open up to all of that, you know, it just seems like this thing that we call beauty, you know, I see it and feel it in myself. And what I want you all to know is that, you know, it's a feeling. It's a feeling, and it's something that even though I didn't come by it naturally. And I'm not saying I'm like some, you know, superstar, you know, head turner beauty, but what I am saying is that, you know, having true love, having a man, a guardian of my soul by my side for the last 18 years, and having taken responsibility for my life, for my weight, and, you know, the way I communicate with people, and taking the wall down from around my heart so I could let Benjamin in. All of this work that I've done on myself, right, has allowed me to come out more and more and more. And what I see is this beautiful woman, you know, who I really love, you know, a face that I love seeing smiling back at me in the mirror. And I'm not trying to convince myself to love her. You know, I know what it's like to look in the mirror and say affirmations and to want to fall in love with yourself. There's something different when you really are in love with yourself. And, you know, I take a lot of responsibility for doing the work on myself, and I hope you will do that for you, because once you attract that man into your life, you know, it's just the most magnificent thing you could ever imagine. To really have a man who sees the beauty in you and just continues to bring it out over and over and over again. I'm Lisa Shield. This has been Emotionally Naked Dating, Finding True Love with Nothing to Hide. If you like what you heard me say, I would love for you to go to my website, lisashield.com, click on the button. It will take you to my free 45-minute webinar, so you can get 45 minutes more of yours truly. And if you like what you hear me say in the webinar and you fit the 3 criteria that I mentioned at the end of it, we can jump on a call and I can show you how to find the guardian of your soul and open up to become even more beautiful than you already are.